welcome to the catch-up corner. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm sitting in a different seat today because Benson stole my seat.
Because I have headphones on and I don't want them to disconnect from the fucking mic because we're not a professional setup. We're not Logan Paul, the bitch ass that he is, where Benson Dimension and the Neverland Reader, basic streamer setup, all you can eat buffet for amateur podcasting.
So why do you have headphones in, honey?
Oh, because, I wanted to listen to the Winter Olympics.
That's not why.
That's exactly why. Right now, Germany's beating Japan. It's a great time. It's World War II all over again, honey. They went from lovers to enemies. Is that book trope you sickos on Book Talk like?
So stupid.
Is that it? That's the one.
It's enemies to lovers.
Oh, shit. Sorry. It was Uno reverse carded. My bad. All right, no,
you have headphones in because we have another special guest who's
not
cannot be here in person.
I was going to do something stupid like set up a mannequin and just pretend Miggy's voice is coming from that, but I was like, that's stupid. That's a front on Miggy, so why don't we just introduce him anyways?
Where we usually give Connor a whole bunch of shit, it's really hard to shit on this special guest because we love him, because he's such a cinnamon roll. He's our bestie. We love him so much.
Yes, very much.
We're hanging out with Miggy today.
This is Miggy, yes. Miggy, say hi to the audience.
Hello, everyone. It's your boy. I was a little sad, though, that you didn't have a mannequin ready. I thought we would.
You know what? I'm going to write that down for the next time I have you on. Don't you worry. We're going to have you on next time. Miggy wants a mannequin. Okay, we're getting special guests with special requests. I love it. We're already making it.
We do have one, though.
We do have one. I know we do. We used it for Skatebird. We threw it out a window, so.
But, oh my gosh, wait, I remember that.
Yes! Best thing of all time. Best thing of all time.
You gotta dress it with, like, a black wig and, like, black clothing and, like... Just make it look like me as much as possible.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna 3D print, like, your VTuber's clothes and just put it on the model and slap, like, I'm gonna print out your PNG model and just cut off the face and slap it on the mannequin. And that's him.
Oh, it's like your, oh my gosh, I think it was your Pizza Tower video where you had Meg wear, like, a paper on her face. It was like a drawing or something.
Mort the chicken. I was going through those videos the other day.
Yeah, it's not just Mort the chicken. It was also when I taped Rafa Cortex to her face, the whole case.
What? I don't remember that.
A lot of things have been taped to my face.
And you've been put in the Cat in the Hat outfit, so you're the person behind the cat.
Yep.
It's great.
Oh.
It's amazing.
That's a movie I need to watch, and because I remember hating it.
Yeah.
And what better way to segue, right, into movies we hate?
And with that, wait, before we get into the movies, you have to introduce yourself. Give the people who you are.
Yes. Yes, I am Miggy. I also go by Zephyraphim on Twitch, Twitter, and any other socials. I am a variety streamer who uses a VTuber model. I stream platformers, RPGs, and your typical 90s, mid-2000s, like, retro games. And I would say that platformers and, like, collectathons are my favorite to stream. And that's how I got to meet both of you.
Yeah! We met through a mutual of ours who doesn't stream anymore, but we met through Trevor. One of the people we met through was Trevor, Mr. Cutie Summer Girl 69 he goes by now. The legend himself.
When are you going to have him on?
Oh my god, if I had Trevor... If we had Trevor on Meg's podcast, I would lose my mind.
I know.
Like,
he has to stop being so busy.
He has to stop being a successful, smart astronaut and or working with NASA in general, and just, be like, oh my god, these people. He has to stop being successful. I'm kidding. If you're listening, Trevor, please don't stop being successful on our behalf.
We love you.
We love you. Keep being smart and doing amazing things. I beg you. I love to hear about it when you stop by.
Is he going to be an astronaut, or is he just going to be, like, on mission control? Do you know?
I literally just think he studies the stars and is a part of cool science stuff for it, I literally think that's it. I just remember when him and Fisal did that TJ quiz, or, what is it called? Resume?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I just remember that when they were like, you can be an honorary TJ, and I'm like, sounds good, and I started answering the questions, and then it got to Fisal's question about his field, and I was like, oh, I don't know this at all. I'm like, this is too much math, and I'm like, yes. And then it goes to Trevor's question, and it's even worse. And I'm like, how could someone be this smart and decide, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stream games at the same time. It's impressive. It's so impressive. And I remember just thinking to myself, man, I can't do that. But yeah, Miggy is a streamer friend of ours. Very successful streamer. Him and his lovely girlfriend, Miss Mogo, who we will have eventually on this podcast when she starts watching movies again. Anyways.
Have to be
Don't worry, I'll get her to watch some movies with us, and
yes!
then we'll be able to have their top 5 least favorite movies.
Yeah, Miggy is also a film student and pursuing filmmaker like I am. So we are both very similar in our trajectory. We both stream video games. We both have hair, and we both have girlfriends that we're dragging through our hobbies for.
Pretty much.
Very much great same trajectory.
I feel like with Meg, she this is her interest too, right? I have to drag Moog sometimes.
It's because of me. It is absolutely because of me. I can assure you she was not interested in anything. Fun fact, if no one knows from one of our previous podcast episodes, I accidentally spoiled that Darth Vader was Luke's father to her in high school.
No!
Because we were watching Phantom Menace, and I think I mentioned it, and she goes, wait, really? And I go, how do you not know that? That's like the most...
It wasn't you, it was another one of
Oh, wait,
friends,
it was Brian, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, that is the most obvious, like, the biggest spoiler in Hollywood history right there. And she's like, I never watched it and never cared. And I'm like, well, even if you never watched it, it's referenced everywhere. And she goes, I had no idea.
Well, that's the point of this podcast, is to expose me to new media.
And some of it's dog shit, like today.
Like today.
So, Miggy, we gotta ask the age-old question. What makes a bad movie for you, first of all? Before we get into your 5, there's 2 things we should probably go over. First is obviously what makes a bad movie for you. And second, why this list we're going to talk about was not the first list originally mentioned.
Yeah, I actually thought about, like, it's like an interview where you were, like, mentally preparing for this kind of answer.
Yeah.
I actually had 3 answers. I only gave you 2. And kind of, like... To me, what makes like a movie a successful movie and what makes a movie like a bad movie is just like the intent and like the amount of like entertainment. Well, like obviously entertainment isn't like the only thing films are made to do, right? You have some to educate, you have some to like
for sure
inspire, right? But like so I'll actually go into like 2 movies that I would consider like de facto the worst. But I did not mention them just because they're kind of boring answers. They are Wavelength and Empire. Have you heard of those 2?
I sure have.
Nope.
Well, I knew that answer immediately. She said no. I don't know if you heard her. She said no.
Okay, so Wavelength is this old avant-garde film or like this art film where it's like how do I describe it? It's like a shot of like a wall, like an office building wall, or like the inside of an office building, and it's just slowly zooming in to like the wall for 45 minutes straight, and there's this like high-pitched buzzing that's like playing, and you don't notice it at first, or at least it's not like super obnoxious, but it gets louder and louder and louder as it gets closer to the end. And like it's just that. At around the halfway point, there's this guy who just stumbles and dies on the floor. And like when you see that, it's just like what the hell happened? Like what's going on? And like there's actually a story in this, but you never really like expect this kind of movie to have it. And at the end, it's like it zooms in into a picture of waves, and that's like it. That's the entire movie. And it's very, very frustrating and very painful to watch and listen through. And to me, it's like whatever intent you had with this movie gets lost in the fact that it's just not entertaining or fun to watch. And I think that is kind of like one point that I like to think of when I watch or engage with movies. Is like not so much of how well the movie is, but like what the point is and how much entertainment or value do you get out of it, right? Like when we
Yeah.
talk about like the worst films of all time, a lot of people bring up like I can't believe I'm mentioning this, the Super Mario Brothers movie. Like people can argue that that's like a terrible movie,
Oh, for
but
sure.
like I personally never, yeah, I personally never view movies like that as like terrible, just because if I'm having a great time and I find entertainment or like some kind of like value to the time I have, then it's not a bad movie, right? Like, I'm sure both of you have seen movies where you're like, objectively, or like people have said that it's a terrible movie, but you're just having a lot of fun with it, right?
Slaughterhouse.
Yes.
What?
Have you not? I have talked about
Oh
this
my
thing so much
goodness.
on my Twitch panel. Slaughterhouse, the horror movie about a killer sloth.
What? I've never heard of this before.
Oh,
Oh boy.
it's so bad on purpose, and it's amazing for it. It's about a killer sloth in this maternity house, like a college house,
Yeah.
named Alpha, and it goes on a
Huh.
killer rampage, and it's so fucking funny, and I love it so much. And I remember it so fondly because the one shot in the trailer is they pull back the shower curtain. Alpha's hanging on the curtain. The lady screams, and what does Alpha do before it cuts to black? You'll last see it sucker punch the bitch with a loofah in its hand. Cinema!
Yeah, sure.
That's
Yeah,
my movie.
it's of your like worst, like people say that it's like terrible, but you just have too much entertainment value out of it.
Yeah, but also I feel like it's debatable considering I think this movie has a 58% on Rotten Tomatoes because it knows it's stupid and it runs with it without any care. So it's like a bad
That's
movie on
true.
purpose thing, which is another topic obviously
Yeah.
that goes in.
Yeah, kind of what I was saying. Do you have one, Meg? Like a movie that like you feel is like you watch it and you're just like it's very entertaining, but like people say it's bad.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Probably, but I literally every movie I have ever watched just immediately escaped my head as soon as you asked that question.
What about
As-
Morbius?
No, because that was an awful movie.
Oh, it was so funny.
No, it was stupid.
Okay. Birdemic.
No, Birdemic was stupid.
Okay, listen, you can't be a hater for the rest of your life.
I can't do.
I'm sure she has a Cat in the
Maybe
Hat.
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the
I love
Hat,
Cat in
yeah.
the Hat.
But it's bad.
It is, according to you,
Honey,
I love that movie.
honey, I hate to say it, but when the wife of the ex-wife, because you died, your ex-wife is saying we got to remove the licensing quickly from people after selling it off to
Yeah.
make a quick buck off your name, you know you did something wrong.
I love that movie. Okay,
Mike Myers wore a coconut bra while talking about getting his balls cut off.
it was a national.
Wait, what movie are you talking about?
Cat in the Hat.
Oh,
That was the song where he's talking about a cat he knew back at home where he got neutered.
uh-huh.
That was the song in like the opening
Oh.
sequence he
It
did.
was a very important moment in his life.
Oh, I'm sure it was, and that's why it was referenced for the rest of the movie
Mm-hmm.
and was never
That-
referenced again.
I feel like if I ever watched that movie, that would make my top 5 movies, just because I haven't. Oh, I don't remember seeing much of it, but I just remember looking at the art, like the way it's like acted and like the way it's framed, like colored, just made me feel a little sick.
Okay,
I don't know.
I got a great idea. My server,
Yeah.
we do a double feature night.
Oh,
We
jeez.
do the opposite ends
Okay.
of movie spectrums. Number 1, because you still gotta watch Godzilla -1. We're gonna do Godzilla -1. Masterpiece. Beautiful.
Okay.
Amazing. Only Godzilla
Uh-huh.
movie Meg's ever seen.
Mhm.
And it made her cry.
Yeah.
So,
Whoa.
and the sequel's coming out this November, so we gotta get you ready for it.
Okay.
And then right after Godzilla -1, we watch The Cat in the Hat. we go the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Can we start at least with Cat in the Hat so that we
I
end
think,
with
yeah, I
Peak
think
and not?
we should end it.
Damn it. There goes my original idea. We have an existential crisis because of a really good movie, and then we have an existential crisis wondering how we got to this point watching The Cat in the
No,
Hat.
you're right. No, I actually, you know what? I like that idea. Let's do that
Yes!
instead.
I'm planning the date. Write the date, boys. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say about what makes a bad movie? I know you had like 3 answers.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first category is just movies that like I guess have an intent, but the intent is I don't want to say it's stupid, right? Because
Yeah.
like film stuff, filmmaking is an art. I just don't understand this art, and I just don't think it's just I don't get any value of it.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Wavelength. The second movie in that category would be Empire. So it's a movie made by Andy Warhol, and it's like all it is just a shot of the Empire State Building that runs for 8 hours. That is it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, if
And
wait till the episode drops. Wait till you see Meg's face during this part. She just.
I'm really glad you didn't make me watch that.
I would not subject that to even my worst enemy. That is like okay, I'm reading the article on the movie right now because I've only heard of it. I've never actually seen it or like heard it been talked about. Apparently his intent was to see time go by. That's the entire purpose of the movie. And I'm like, couldn't you do that in a more creative and more like fulfilling way?
I mean,
Like,
if he wanted 8 hours to like pass by for a movie, he should just stick a camera on me at a shift in my job. There we go. 8 hours pass by.
But that would be much more entertaining and much more fulfilling than this fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
And I actually just learned that this movie was added to the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress, who deemed it culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
It's significant, all right.
Oh no.
I'm so proud of Empire. They've come a long way. Way to go, Empire. I'm proud of you.
They should make a sequel called Empire Strikes 2.
Back. Oh, you're right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
But it should be the back of the Empire State Building.
Oh, dear God.
No, it should be the bottom because this movie it just features the top, like the very tippy top.
Oh.
It should be the bottom.
Ground floor. Get it. I get it.
Yeah. And the intent should be like, we started up here, now we're down here, rock bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
No. You started from the top, now you're here.
Now we're here.
They just drop the camera from the top of the Empire State Building right to the bottom is the opening shot.
Oh, no.
And then you just watch people pass by for the rest of the movie. There you go. That's cinema. Cinema is amazing. I love cinema.
We're almost 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten to the movie.
No, I want to hear the other two answers, because if we got fucking Empire, I want to hear what the other two answers are. Answer number two, Miggy. So, what's your next one?
Answer number two are just movies that, like, are just, like, the worst fucking movies you could ever watch if you hate your life. Oh, wait, no, if you like your life. Is one more one
you like
say.
Your life!
So these are just, like, the extremely disturbing movies that I've had the misfortune of seeing.
Is this the original list that we talked about?
Yes. It's
okay, yes.
5 movies. Yeah. These are movies that, like, are, in my eyes, objectively bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can argue that Empire and Wavelength have an intent and, like, in a way, like, quote unquote, speak more to life itself. But these movies just have, like, it's like the opposite, where I see the intent, but it's like there's no value out of it just because, like, the entire intent is just to shock, gross out, and just, like, just to vilify, like, people. Well, not vilify people, but, like,
vilify,
just to, like, horrify people.
Yeah,
you know, like, it's not like a horror movie where the intent is to, like, tell a story and, like, shock people or, like, make people scared. It's just like these movies are just, like, to disturb you and unnerve you with little to no payoff, you know? So I'm gonna go by these really quick because I don't feel like I can really talk about these, especially what's in them.
Oh yeah, like these are pretty bad movies, I should say. And some of these are actually in film history. I'm pretty sure they teach you. This is the original list Miggy sent Meg and I, and I was like, I'm like, maybe we should see about these for you because I don't know how you'll feel. And I read her half the plot points to one of them specifically. Salo is the one, and she kind of just and she kind of stood there and looked at me, and I'm like asking for another list. She goes, yeah, and I'm like, okay.
So Miggy gave us the option of 2 lists, whether we wanted the more disturbing ones or the more family friendly ones, and for the sake of my stomach, we chose the family friendly ones.
I feel like Salo would be the least of your worries. I don't think Serbian film is on there, but you would definitely hate Serbian film.
Yeah, I thought about adding it, but and keep in mind I haven't seen this in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Because like with these movies you only need to watch it once to really like say like you. There is no point in, well, maybe not necessarily. There's no point, but there's no like desire to ever go back and watch these movies.
Mm-hmm.
I will add Serbian film there. But my list was from 5 to 1: Human Centipede 2, Salo, The Sinful Dwarf, August Underground, and Shoujo Tsubaki. Which I'll go through them each one by one. Human Centipede 2 is like a movie that like references the first movie. It's like a movie that's like picture an actor and he watches the first movie. So it's kind of like a meta movie where the guy watches the first Centipede movie and then he was like, I can do that better. And like
he did not do it better.
Yeah, I mean like this, so like I will vouch for the first movie. At least the first movie felt like it had an intent and story to tell, even if it was very like disturbing.
Yeah.
But this movie just felt like it didn't really have that same kind of like nuance, where it was just felt like it was just made to like gross people out, and it's gross. Just don't watch it.
All of these are disgusting, and how many of these also mention some form of shit eating? Ugh.
Definitely this next one, Salo.
Oh. Yes, it does.
Yeah, so Salo is just a movie where it's just like four rich, wealthy people. I think it's in Italy.
It takes
place in Italy.
It's Italy.
Yeah, and it takes place at the end of World War II, and it's about how they feel like now that the war is ending, they're like, okay, well, we might as well just do whatever the fuck we want because like we were gonna die anyway. Might as well just like do what our desires command, and then like take and kidnap like a bunch of children, and they do a lot of gross stuff in there with them.
Yeah.
And that's the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the intent of the movie, but the way it's portrayed outweighs the actual message, in my opinion.
Yes, exactly. You put it in much more what's the word? Much better than I would have done. No, it's like more you said it much better than I could have. Yeah, it was based off of a book. I don't know anything about the book itself.
Yeah,
but like again with this movie, it's like you can kind of see that it was trying to tell a story and just kind of like the depravity and like the darkness in like humanity, and again, like as Benson said, like you could have done this in a much better way. The next one I put was The Sinful Dwarf. I will admit this one is on here just because it's not that it's not disturbing, because it is, but okay, so I have a little story to tell with this one. So back in 2021, me and two friends were watching these movies because we saw an iceberg tier list on like the most disturbing horror movies of all time, and we saw it on this website. And you know how like YouTube has like these recommended movies?
Yeah.
And it shows you a picture of it. So we saw one called The Sinful Dwarf, and we were just like laughing because it's like okay, for just to kind of like point out what it is. It's basically porn. It's just that. It does have like a few like disturbing parts, like I think like because it takes place in a hotel and they like take the owners, no, sorry, not the owners, the visitors, and they like do crazy things with them. But it's like it's not as bad as the other movies, at least. But we thought it was really bad just because the quality itself is really bad, and you can tell like these obvious like bad takes. You know, like it's just like very bad quality and very bad filmmaking, but the story itself doesn't do any favors. But I thought that it was funny that we found it just out of pure coincidence, and like, oh wow, we actually spent like 2 hours watching this shitty movie at like 3 a.m. and now we're like left here feeling empty.
Yep. Well, now you should have done a podcast out of it because it made content, because that's where we are now.
Yeah, it ended up working for the better.
Yeah.
So August Underground, which is number 2, it's do you know what snuff is?
Yes.
Okay. So if Solo at least had a point to its depravity, this doesn't. So what essentially is, it's like a movie where like these two people do depraved stuff, and like it's being filmed in like a camcorder, And to make it the illusion of like, oh, this is happening in real life, you just stumbled upon like this like tape of like uh horrible stuff happening in real life, right? And that's already disturbing and pretty fucked up as it is, but like in between each part, it's just the two people who are filming it just like going around and like I remember this one scene where they're like in a convenience store and they're just like buying like food and they're just like talking about what they're gonna do next or like at least like talking as if like nothing's happening. I forget which one it was. But just like the fact that it's spliced these like scenes of like torture and depravity with like this like oh, just like hanging out with my buddies in like a 7-Eleven and like acting as if nothing's happening, and then you just cut to that and making it seem like it's this like something that you've unearthed is just very distasteful and very ugh. You know what I mean?
I love that shit. I love that shit. I love that we're allowing people to make these. It's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Somehow got a sequel.
Of course it's sarcasm. A sequel.
Yeah, I found that it had a sequel like a while ago, and I'm like,
what is it? September Above Ground?
That would be too clever for them.
That's true.
Number one is Shoujo Tsubaki, which it's an animated film, and apparently it's the most banned anime film out in the world, and
I did not know that.
For good reason. It's based off a manga, and it's kind of like a girl is orphaned, which the scene of how she got orphaned is very brutal and not very. It's very distasteful. But then she gets like inducted into like a circus ring, and it's kind of like the overall message is like staying true to like yourself and like not letting this evil like corrupt you as you like have to manage throughout life. But it's just done very bad, and it's a very like ugly anime too. It's like the animation's very poor. It just looks ugly.
Oh boy, which brings us to this current list, right, honey? The one you watched. So I'm excited for this. You want to explain this list then, Miggy, and then we'll go into number 5 and we'll commence the discussion.
Yeah. So this list is my actual like films that like I think you could watch and you would agree with me, and like it's safe to watch, right? Like these movies are all like fucking.
Yeah, the only content warning you need for these films is bad movie. Like that's all. Need.
Well, some of them have like, well, we'll get into that, but I feel like I have a bone to pick with a few of these, but like most of them are safe to watch. Although I would judge you if you actively want to watch this and liked it. But anyway, my number 5 for this one, and I had to reorder it just because the more I thought about it, and then when you posited pick the one that's like the one you like feel like is least shitty to most shitty.
Yeah.
I have different reasons for disliking these movies, but. My number 5 is Ready Player One.
Wow. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Tell us why.
No, I was gonna say like I feel like y'all are just how you just sounded surprised. I'm like, did you think it was worse or did you not think it was not that bad?
I mean, we'll get into our opinions. Yeah. Give us your reason first on why it's bad, and then we'll open the floor.
Okay, so this one I do have a little story to tell.
Oh, I love this.
Back when it came out, I was this was in 2018. I was in college and I had read the book a few years back in high school, and I really liked it because like I was still in that phase of like, oh my god, gamer stuff or like nerdy pop culture stuff. That's my entire personality, right? I mean, it might still be low key.
I was gonna say, what part of this is a phase? You and I know better than that. We are not a phase. We are a lifestyle.
Yeah, true. It's our grind set.
It's the grind set. It's the mood. We slap on our deodorant and we get this lifestyle hard, okay?
Right. So this movie, I went to watch it in theaters, and like, I did say it was 2018. Okay, so this is around the time where I was like I was okay. Embarrassing, and I hate that this is a point I have to bring up, but I was single back then, so I went to go watch the movie by myself, and I'm like. Man, if only I could watch this with someone. And so I watched the movie, and it was kind of like at first I really liked it because of like the references, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie gets me, right? And then at the end, when like the girl, when the guy gets the girl, I'm like, man, I wish that was me. And I walk out feeling empty, kind of like I just watched August Underground. But then like a few years later, I watched this movie with like a new lens, right? And I come out of it just thinking like, wow, everything I liked about it kind of sucks. Like the whole movie tries to make it a point about like this nostalgia and the like this gamer like references, but it all feels superfluous and just kind of like, hey, look, we have this for because we're like um because we're trying to be trendy or we're trying to appease to like this audience. And like not that that's a bad thing per se, but it just feels like it was done without like it wasn't done out of passion or like respect for the like the culture. It was done it was kind of done to pander it, I feel like. And then the whole like um and then I have the whole bit with like Artemis, the main female protag. It like feels like she was more of like what's the word? Um it feels regressive just because like
Mm.
she starts off as her own character, but then eventually she becomes a damsel in distress, and her whole like archetype is just regressed down to like, oh, like I'm this like uh woman who like needs to be saved, or like she loses a lot of her autonomy at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of like, oh, I didn't want to show my true self because of this like uh what's it called, the birthmark. And like the
Yeah.
birthmark isn't even like that bad. Like she's still a very conventionally attractive woman. So like there's that. I also did read the like as I said, I did read the book and the sequel, and just like reading up about it, it just kind of felt like, forgive me for saying this, but I felt like a circle jerk of like nerd culture. Like that's all the author intended it to be. Especially like after remembering scenes of like the book where they're like, oh yeah, like after this girl, because in the movie, Artemis like at the dance scene, she's like, no, I don't love you, because or we can't be together because of like the dangers it presents. In the book, he takes that really to heart, and he starts to like engage in. Oh my god,
I
he
know
like.
exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my, have you read the book?
Oh, dude, I read the book for sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is one of
Vic,
the
have you
few
read the
books I
book?
actually did read. I have, yes.
Oh, okay. Also, you know what I'm talking about, where he jerks off in like that like haptic suit because like he's so lonely, and it just made the whole thing feel more and more like at the end of the day, I felt like I was watching like some dude's fan fiction come to life. And like back then, I didn't really notice it because I was younger, and I was like, I kind of empathize. I don't want to say empathize, but I kind of like understood where that person was coming from. But now looking back, it's just kind of feels very like gross. It feels very icky, especially.
Yeah.
And I haven't read the second book, but I've heard very similar things about it.
She's shaking her head.
I don't want to read the second book. I've heard it's a lot worse. We own it. Somebody bought it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna read it. I don't want to.
I just want to see what the fuss is about. I look and I go, damn, this is getting some hate. I want to read it. And then I never read it.
Because you don't read.
Yeah, I don't read. So
I can't believe you bought it.
Oh, dude, I have to. I gotta put that on the shelf and be like, you see this? This is a vintage rare Benson copy of Ready Player 2. Never opened.
I will say, quick thing. It pains me because I like the sequel title just because it's a very clever tie into the book, yeah, and how it's a sequel. But like, I think I also don't like this movie a lot because I lament of what it like for the movie and the book of what it could have been.
Yeah,
could have been a celebration of like these things, and I guess it like in some ways it does succeed as that because. It's very that reminds me. The fucking product placement in that fucking movie is so aggravating.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
It's great.
Anyway.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Oh, our turn. Okay. Do you want to go, honey, or should I?
Okay. This is a really tough movie to talk about if you've read the book. Because like it sounds from your POV that you didn't really enjoy the book either.
I did at first, but then like looking back at it, I'm just like I noticed a lot of like things that I dislike. And then after doing that, I looked at the movie again. I'm like, man, there's a lot of stupid stuff in this book. Like, Like I remember when I watched someone's like commentary or like the review of the movie, they mentioned or I should say she mentioned that um in the movie where they're like racing and he has to go fucking backwards, like they put all this shit in your face about like, what if we put the pedal to the metal, go in reverse, and then like you're telling me no, like in her review or like at least some comment in the review, they're like, you're telling me no one out of boredom went thought to go backwards, and now how he's just like the special one to finally figure it out, even though it's in your face this entire time. It just kind of felt like the movie tried to really shape it around this male protagonist, and the more you see it in,
I gotta be honest. To be honest with you,
yeah,
I can believe that because as a whole, full disrespect and no respect to gamers. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Gamers are fucking stupid, and the most obvious solution is that's right in front of their face. They could never do. They see everyone else go for something, they go, "That's gotta be it." It's a hive mind. It's a disease. Gamers do it.
True. You know what?
I can't believe it.
You know what? Fair enough. We are talking about the people who like with like the whole yellow paint in video games discussion.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Sorry to interrupt, Meg. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. But I enjoyed the book when I read it. It's been a long time, so I don't 100% remember all of the details. But I remember really, really enjoying this book. And the reason I put off the movie for so long is because so many people were saying that the movie was not good because it didn't live up to the book. Do I think this movie did the book justice? No. But, again, it's also really tough to talk about because licensing is such a huge issue. The book goes into a lot of very famous and well-loved 80s culture references. It is so hard to get the licensing for those things.
Of course.
But what are you...
I'm just checking my time because I got a lot to say to your comment right away. Go ahead.
But I think it did okay with what it did. Do I think this is the best movie ever? No. It had its flaws. I feel like it was too rushed. I think it definitely could have been 2 movies at least. It tried to fit
I can see that.
It tried to fit a lot into a 2-hour time period, and I think it suffered because of it.
Is there anything else you want to say on this movie?
Go ahead and say your thoughts.
Oh no, you have any other thoughts?
No.
Okay, great. This movie's fucking dog shit.
Oh.
Okay. Fucking dog shit. This walked so Space Jam 2 could run in regards to how many things they could throw in your fucking face. The best way it could be put, earlier today when you were finishing the movie, I was watching the Winter Olympics, watching the hockey game, and I see her face and I go, "What's on screen?" And she goes, "When the fuck did Mechagodzilla show up?" Okay? That's the whole movie. Like, I liked the book when I first read it. It's been a decade. If it's been a while since she's read it, it's been a long time since I've read it. I'll put it that way. I don't like this movie because any dystopian features it could have used that were good in the book, any unlikableness that makes you realize how dystopian and dysfunctional this video game has made society is integral is gone. It's just one big circle jerk of things. And I hate your comment about the licensing because this wasn't an issue in this movie because they had Gremlins, Chucky, Mechagodzilla, The Shining, etc., etc.
You know what's funny that you mentioned that, though, because when we were originally talking about this movie and how it was getting really bad rep, you're the one that mentioned the licensing to me.
Which is funny because looking back, that was the dumbest shit I could have said. Right up there.
You were the one that told me that.
And that was years ago. I have grown since then. I now realize, hey, that was terrible. Because now that I've seen Space Jam 2, now I realize from that same company, it was never an issue. They just were fucking stupid. They wanted to throw everything. Did you like The Shining? Well, guess what, kids? Blood scene! Yeah. Did you like Chucky? He's a bomb. Oh. The Gremlins had the most... No, what were you saying?
I was gonna say that's another thing. Like, I feel like some of these scenes really, it's weird because I do semi agree with what Meg said about like this felt rushed, but I also feel like it kind of dragged. Like, I feel like some scenes were not given enough attention.
Yeah.
But some scenes just like continuously just like went on and on and on. Like I'm thinking about like the Shining scene and just like how I kept trying to
that
pour
was
this like
forever, yeah.
yeah, I just kept pouring like these references of like of The Shining and oh, what was that character's name?
H,
How
yeah.
like interacting with like the two girls and then eventually like the older lady, the one that's in the bathroom.
Yep.
Like an iconic scene for sure. Um, but like, God, like I don't remember. Was The Shining the book, or like at least the story that they enter for the second key? Do you remember, Meg?
It was the second key, yes. Yeah. It wasn't in the book,
So it
I'm
was
pretty sure, right? Was it the book? I forget.
Yeah.
They got the book, but it was scenes from the movie.
Okay.
I think.
Right. So the story was The Shining, right?
It was in Ready Player One, the book.
No.
Yeah.
No. The book was, I think it was supposed to be Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
wasn't
dear
it?
God.
Because they were going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Ferris Bueller's Day Off or another like 80s classic. Because what they were supposed to do is go through the script. And it would be scene for scene. They had to deliver lines exactly like the character. And they had to like complete actions exactly like the character did. And I actually really liked that puzzle. That was probably my favorite puzzle in the book. And I'm really sad that they kind of glazed over that with The Shining. Like they only had to redo like 2 scenes.
I do remember that too. I do remember like back then remembering that like that second puzzle was my personal favorite and being kind of let down because like controversial take, but I actually don't like The Shining that much. But we'll get there when we get there if you ever have me back on.
I actually agree with you, Miggy.
Oh my god, thank you. I don't know what it is about that movie, but like I just kept thinking like, oh my god, this movie is overrated. Like I'm not finding enjoyment out of this as much as everybody else. But it was still a very enjoyable and well-made movie. I just think it was overhyped. But anyway, that was one thing. Oh my! Oh,
the podcast.
Benson, you got something to say?
Benson's gonna kick us both off.
I got nothing to say except fuck Ready Player One. This is the most Gremlins rep we've had before we found out Gremlins 3 was a thing, and I fucking hate it for that. I'm not saying anything about The Shining. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Next one.
All right.
Number 4.
My next one.
That was great.
Movie number 4.
Oh boy.
Okay, my number 4. Wait, did I actually? Oh my gosh! Wait, my order's actually pretty point for point actually.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I was. Look at me being
look at
thinking
you.
ahead
On brand
1 month
before
in
you even
advance.
realize. Yeah, Nostradamus in it.
Spy Kids 4. Number 4 is my number 4, which I did not intend for that to match or go so well, but holy fuck, I hate this fucking movie.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about this. I never grew up with Spy Kids past the first one, so this is all new to me.
Okay. So, wait, have you seen any of them, or have you like not seen any of them at all?
Oh, I've seen the first one. I just never watched anything past that. I had my kick with these type of movies in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, because I had a crush on Lava Girl, and Spy Kids 1. Thank you, exactly, good taste. And that was it. And then I went back to Pokemon and SpongeBob. I never cared for the films afterwards.
So, well, I'm actually kind of realizing that a lot of these I have stories about. Spy Kids was a movie series that like I grew up with, and I'm really happy about that just because I think they're very well made. Like the franchise as a whole is a very well made, and it has a detail that I'll mention up as to why I hate Spy Kids 4, or at least the reason why. But Spy Kids 1 and 2 had been released by the time I like consciously knew about it. Like I think I was around 6 when 2 had come out, and then 3 came out a year later, so I was around 7. And that shit fucking, I was so fucking hyped. I went to go see it. Like that might be one of my first movie theater experiences.
Nice.
Of going to like of seeing like a movie that I really wanted to watch, and I watched it in theaters with my dad and I think my brother too. We watched Spy Kids 3, and it was like, it's like the epitome of like all the things like you like as a kid, like a like these characters going into the video game realm and like enjoying like all these facets of like playing games, which in a way is kind of like reminiscent of Ready Player One, which again I did not also did not intend, but So, but as I grew up, I would come back and rewatch these movies a lot, just because I thought they were not only just well written movies, but I felt like even though the intent was not necessarily the intent, but like a lot of like what made the appeal to these movies was like the humor, but also because to me it kind of felt like this the director Robert Rodriguez was instilling like a little bit of his own heritage because he's Mexican like I am, and there is a recurring theme of family of like which is a present in a lot of Latino culture. Um, and so like the first movie you have the theme of like, well, our parents got kidnapped and we got to go save them. So and the two siblings, Carmen and Junie, have to like overcome their animosity towards each other because they're fucking rude to each other in the beginning of the movie. And they like actively try to get okay. They don't actually try to get them killed, but they're like, I don't care if you die. But then they're like, all right, you know what? I actually like you, or I care for you. So, but like throughout the movie, you actually get to see them like become close. Like, uh, I don't want to say they start loving each other like brother and sister, like as they should have done, but like they start to like respect one another. I don't know exactly know how to describe it, but anyway, and then you meet their tío Machete, and how he had this animosity with his dad, and how like despite having this like um problem, which they later admit they don't even remember what it was, they let it run their like relationship into the gutter, and they no longer speak. But at the end of the movie, you see this family like this broken. I don't want to say broken because it's not really broken, but this like family that don't really talk with one another. Um, become a more of a running unit, and that was a beautiful thing to watch. Especially as a Latino who kind of had this sort of like similar vibe to my own family. And then you have the second movie where they kind of expand this idea of family where like it's like the trope enemies to lovers, but it's enemies to family in a little ways where like these two rival characters are introduced and they also like they're kind of like a foil to the main characters. But at the end they kind of like um uh they kind of like become allies. And then in the third movie, I think it all comes together where they present the idea that like your immediate family is not just your family. You kind of like, excuse me, you kind of like form your own family, or they can come from other locations. Because like, and I'm talking so deeply about these movie series, which is funny because they're kind of like they're comedies at the end of the day. But like, I feel like a lot of that is just missing from the fourth movie. I remember in when this movie came out, I believe I was like 13. We were so excited with like the idea of like this new movie that's coming to like the Spy Kids franchise. And we had gone to see it, same members, me, my dad, and my brother. And I remember coming out of the movie and just looking at my brother like, that was dog shit. Like even back then I knew it was kind of bad, but I think it took me so long to really articulate why it's so bad. It's just because a lot of like the a lot of the I don't want to say intent, but like the message, the themes, and like a lot of the soul was lost in exchange for like stupid fucking jokes. And like maybe this is just a small nitpick, but I don't think okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the family is Latino, and I feel
You
like
watch this movie, honey. I don't know shit about this entry. That's all you.
I don't think so.
All right, we got. I don't think so from her. So probably not.
okay. Okay, so and that well, like I'm not gonna say that that's an inherent problem, but I feel like that as a whole kind of like is like a small glimmer as to why I don't like this movie is just because
Huh.
it loses a lot of its message and soul by not having this like running theme of family and like looking out for one another. And they do have it, from what I remember, like the I think it's very similar to the first movie where like the parents are in trouble. But I feel like in exchange for that kind of like small moments where they just talk to one another and have these heart to heart moments. Um, like it's a like to me the first three kind of have like these heart to heart moments with some comedy, just not necessarily sprinkled throughout, but kind of like gelling it together. I feel like it's the opposite with this movie, where a lot of it is just comedy for the sake of comedy, but then you have this like theme of family um and camaraderie. Again, it's been, I think that one time back in 2011 was the first and only time I've seen it, so I could be getting a lot of these details wrong. But it just feels like a soulless cash grab in this franchise that I've come to like really enjoy. And also, to wrap things up, that's those scratch and sniff cards they gave out in the movie didn't fucking work. So that's a cherry on top.
They did what?
They did not.
What?
Okay. So okay.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. When did this become a Universal ride? What the fuck? Scratch and sniff? I didn't get any of this with my movies. Is this the popcorn bucket trend before it was a thing?
Okay, so in the third movie, the whole drive of it is that it's in 3D. So you got those 3D glasses.
I do remember that one.
But now this is Spy Kids 4.
Oh no, now I remember. Right. Oh my god, I forgot about that marketing.
Oh, that's too funny.
So they would give out these like little cards that you have to scratch and sniff, and I remember distinctly in the movie they would show up giant fucking numbers telling you this is the number box you got to scratch and sniff to get into like
Jesus Christ.
To get into like more immersed in the movie. And I remember one of them being a fucking fart joke. And so you had to like scratch and sniff and you would smell fart. And I'm glad it didn't work.
What in the fucking bean boozled am I hearing right now? The shit? Oh god. Okay. Well.
Oh, the last thing I want to mention is I feel like one thing I also hated coming as a fan of these movies, which probably won't affect everybody, is that the main two characters from the first three, Carmen and Junie, do make cameos in this one, but they feel so fucking wasted because they become people. Well, they're not damsels, but siblings in distress. But they showed their competence in the first three movies, and that fucking pissed me off.
Okay.
Anyway, there's your mic.
I was gonna say, what about your thoughts, honey? Go ahead.
Yeah, the only point of bringing Carmen and Junie back was so that they could reopen the Spy Kids program again. So otherwise they were kind of useless in this. I mean, I think it tried to bring back that like family aspect, but like they're trying to show a different family because in it Jessica Alba's character is the kid's stepmom. So they're trying to show like a different
divorce. That's what they're showing.
No, their mom died.
Oh.
Their mom died.
Oh, their mom died.
Oh, you're right. Wait. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Isn't that the stepmom? And she like tries to get close with him, but it's the whole cliche with like, well, you're not my real mom, so I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, and all the kids do are pull pranks on her, which she appreciates until they go too far.
Oh god, maybe I am the asshole. Oh my god. Oh
but
no.
I don't know. There's just something about this. Do I think this movie would be bad if it was not tied to a beloved franchise? No. But I think it would be like bringing it back to the Mario Brothers movie. I think it would be like a situation like that where it's
No.
fine.
He means the 90s movie, not the animated one. The one where Bowser destroys the Twin Towers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm talking about the newer one.
No, we're talking about the 90s one.
I'm talking about the newer one.
Well, that's the wrong one. There's no Twin Towers.
I think it would be like a situation like that where it would be just like a fine mid-movie. But because it's tied to such a beloved franchise, this is not my Spy Kids.
I mean, also, Miggy brings up a good point as someone that has only watched the first movie. I mean, Latino culture is all about family. I mean, you tie it so much to the series, and then you take that away, and you bring in Jessica Alba. That kind of takes away from like the deep-seated roots, I feel like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because culture does play a huge part in movies like this.
Yeah.
I mean, Bad Bunny's whole halftime show showed it. Sorry to say it, Turning Point America, but you know.
I loved the Spy Kids. I grew up watching the Spy Kids. I watched all three. It's one of those franchises that I think each movie is either better or on par with every single film, and that does not happen very often with movie franchises of any kind. There's at least one movie that's dog shit. I didn't feel that way in this series, and I was absolutely refusing to watch number 4 or even acknowledge its existence until Miggy made me watch it. So thanks, bestie.
Anything else you want to say? How about the CGI? That looked terrible.
Yeah.
That CGI was bad. From the little bit I watched after I came home from work, I looked and I was like, the hell is this one? And I was tripping out because last we talked, she was talking about the kissing booth, and I come in and there's like space shit, and I go, what's the point of the kissing booth?
Because I had mentioned that I had moved on to Spy Kids 4.
I didn't see that.
Because the robot dog was pissing oil and shitting bombs.
Oh my god.
I feel like
remind me of this fucking movie.
Yeah, that's what I had to watch. Thanks, Miggy. Love you, bestie, but I will never forgive you for this.
Oh, anything else you want to say about this movie? I feel like you both just summed it up perfectly.
I don't. I was not a fan. I wish I had never watched it. Was it the worst movie ever? No, but because it is tied to a beloved franchise, a franchise that I love with my whole heart, that I grew up with, it's not good, and I wish it didn't exist. It's like anything after the second Home Alone movie doesn't exist.
Hold up. Okay. Oh my god, I could talk about movies all day with y'all both, but like oh my gosh, the Home Alone movies. Okay, is it controversial to say that I think the first one is like the best one, but to say the second one?
No, I don't think it's controversial. No, I disagree.
Whoa, hold up. You don't like the first movie?
No, I love the first movie, but I prefer the second movie.
Oh, what? I have never heard someone say that. That is interesting. I don't like the second movie as much.
I love the second movie, but I think I have like a soft spot for like familiar characters explore a new city, like that trope.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so side note before we move to number 3, I tried to look up on eBay the scratch and sniff cards from Spy Kids, see if somebody maybe left like a piece of history. There's nothing, but I found packs of Shrek. Shrek the Third movie cards that are scratch and sniff for $12.
Absolutely not.
I'm getting a lot of 6 packs.
Absolutely not.
Okay, number 3.
Anyway.
Okay. Oh, also, small note, Benson. The CGI has always been kind of shitty in these movies. But at least in the second and third one, all the trilogy really.
Yeah.
They made it more endearing and more funny.
See,
whereas
that's
the fourth
exactly
one,
it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like endearing. Like the first one, yeah, I want to punch those weird fucking alien dudes in the face with their stretched out mouths and all that, and I hate the thumbs. That's a nightmare I never thought I needed. But
the thumbs, they're so goated.
It's endearing, okay?
Better than the fucking clocks.
It's like George Lopez as Mr. Electric. It's endearing, and I'm glad it's there, you know? That's my take on that. But after this movie, now I feel like you're both that thing, the robotic face from Lava Girl, where he goes, "I'm free," and you fly away. That's exactly what I'm getting from you talking about this
Tobor, which I never realized until just this moment is fucking robot spelled backwards.
Oh, I was today years old when I knew that.
You learn something new every day. All right, number 3. Let's learn number 3 now.
All right, we mentioned number 3, the kissing booth, and really the entire series because I don't want to say misfortune because I've actually watched this trilogy with Mogo. Like we watched the trilogy together, but we watched them all in a marathon because we were very, very curious. And oh boy, I got a lot to say about the trilogy. Did you watch the first one only, or did you watch the trilogy?
I only watched the first one, but I do know how it ends. Like the trilogy ends.
Okay, the first one is really the worst of the 3, which is funny, but So the kissing booth, I think we were watching. Oh, this is back when Wednesday had just come out. If you,
yeah, we know about that one.
Yeah, so this was, this was a few years back, probably when we first moved in. But we saw the kissing booth, and no, I'm sorry, we had watched The Duff, which is a rom-com with Katara's voice actress as the main character.
What the fuck?
And then, yeah, it's actually a pretty decent movie. You should go watch it.
Wow, okay. Go ahead, Katara. Go off, I guess. I wasn't familiar with your game.
Oh, it was a really good movie. And it was kind of, I don't want to say it was very subversive, but it was I was pleasantly surprised with like how they like made like the whole teenage like, oh my gosh, she's too ugly to ever get a boyfriend, but oh, she gets a boyfriend, kind of deal. I enjoyed the movie. The kissing booth was the opposite of that. We watched that because it was recommended on Netflix. Holy fuck, this movie is so fucking sexist and regressive. Like,
her face is turning red. Her face is turning red.
It's not turning red.
I see the cheeks. She's getting angry. Miggy, keep going. Piss her off more.
Okay. So, oh my god. Okay, so the whole movie's about best friends Elle and Lee, who have like known each other since like when they were very little, and like they're going into high school, I believe. And there's this moment where like Elle, the main character, she like gets sexually harassed, and then like the brother of Lee, the best friend, like stands up for him, and he's like known to be this like super tough, like super like macho guy who like always starts fights with people, and it's about like them falling in love with each other. But the way they fall in love with each other was with the titular kissing booth, where they need to do it for the school fundraiser. And there's like a lot of moments throughout the movie that are like that. It's just like I'm like, oh, like I'm just cringing thinking about where they're like they have like the mean girls, and they're like, ew, we're not kissing him, he's ugly. And then like as soon as they see like no, I think was his name, the macho guy, they're like they all start lining up for him. And then like there's a scene where like Elle and Noah are talking in the rain, and they're like, I'm not gonna be one of your conquests, aren't I? And it's just like, and then this is another scene where they're like, I don't remember exactly. I don't remember if it was in this movie, but I'll touch upon it later. But then eventually, like they start to have a secret romance, um, where these two characters are like, uh, they're like having to go into like the pool to like hide from their brother because they're trying to keep it a secret from the younger brother, Lee. Um, and eventually, Lee finds out. Like he walks in on the two of them kissing, and then like he storms off. And in the car, I think he's like about to ride off in the car, and he tells Elle like, "My brother has always had everything except for you, and now I don't even have you anymore." And I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Like it was just so like fucked up to say. I was just so embarrassed, and then I'm like, and then there's at the end of the movie, he's going to college. Um, I don't even remember exactly how this happens, but they have to sneak him and her out. I think it's just to prevent like their romance from being found out. But like then they like drive off at the night. Um, oh my god, I remind me how this movie ends. Eventually, Meg, because I'm like forgetting. But I think they also have a prom they have a Halloween party they have to go to, and then they said like, oh, we'll spend the last 2 weeks together before college because even though you're leaving, I'm still gonna be in high school, so we're not sure how it's gonna be, but like we're still gonna stay together, and that's the end of the first movie. And then like I'm gonna go over the other two just because I think they're much more. I think they're better, but they're still pretty bad. But like in a more like fun way, which is why I didn't put them both. I put this one because this one was more problematic. The second movie introduces like a rival, like a rival for the girl, and like, and then like, because Noah's in college, and like she has to like be long distance with him, and she starts to have trust issues, and like, I think I remember in the movie she cheats on him with with the rival love interest, and even though Noah, because she suspected that Noah was cheating on her, but it turns out it was just a misunderstanding. So I'm like, oops, you cheated, like, even though nothing had happened, and they reconcile, and then they graduate high school, and then I remember at the end of the second movie, they're like talking like the rival love interest is talking to his friend, and he's like, oh, it looks like she's the one that got away, and at the end the rival's like, not yet, and it's just so funny and dramatic, and I don't and then
What is this, fucking Pokemon? Like Gary and Ash? Is this what I'm hearing here, dog? What the fuck?
Yeah, low key, it kind of is because they fight with each other. They're like the stereotypical macho jocks, like both of them. Although the rival's more like, I think he's a dancer, so he's more graceful and suave, whereas Noah's more like traditionally masculine with like being, not I don't want to say buff, but he's like obviously like fit. I think he's a football player, although that might be just assuming from the stereotypes they present. But anyway, the third movie is like a summer film, right? Because it's in between them going to college, and it's like Lee and Elle, the two best friends. They're like, we have like a bucket list we gotta do before the end of the summer, so they gotta do it. And like the whole movie's just like that. And I think Lee pulls off the whole like, we were supposed to do all this together, but you just want to be with your uh you just want to be with Noah because apparently I don't matter to you at all. It's always just Noah. Like it's just more like edgy, like younger sibling angst. And then like apparently like they have issues. I don't remember again why. But like, and then they break up at the end of the movie because I think it's because they go to different colleges. I think that's why. And then like, and then they fast forward to 6 years later, they're still best friends. And then like, it leaves the relationship between Elle and Noah up for like interpretation. So you never get a real like denouement. I think I pronounced that right. Like you never get the closure of like if they like stay together. It's just like, oh well, they might be, they might not be. So you watch these three movies just to end on them maybe getting back together.
Okay, what are your thoughts then, honey? Wait, Miggy, do you have anything else actually?
No, I mean like I think all three of them have like symptoms of like this problematic sexist and regressive undertones. I think the first is the worst of the three. The other two at least were entertaining to like mask it up. You know what I mean? That's about it.
What about you, honey?
Oh my god, I hated this movie.
Okay, yeah, that's
I hated this movie.
I gotta see if I have the text messages from when she was watching this. You keep talking, I'm gonna look for them.
I wanted to turn it off at least 10 times. I hate secondhand embarrassment unless there's like a point to it. Literally, 95% of this movie is just her being embarrassed and running away and crying, or Noah getting into a fist fight for absolutely no reason. Oh my god, I hated it so badly. There wasn't a single likable character at all, although Jacob Elordi is nice to look at.
That's Noah, by the way, Benson. That's the
okay. Yeah. Okay, because I didn't get to watch this one either. Her exact messages were, I don't want to do this anymore. Which one? Kissing booth. And I accidentally said, oh, good, instead of God. So she goes, it was not. And then she said, if I quit this now, you could find a new co-host, right? As if you weren't the main fucking host to begin with.
I was so ready to quit this podcast. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? It was so bad. Literally, the whole thing, it was sexist. There wasn't a single moment where it felt like Elle stood up for herself whatsoever. And the whole like assault scene to begin with happens because she's wearing the shortest skirt possible because her pants are at the dry cleaners. Like, first of all...
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I have to keep jumping every time you say assault scene because I keep forgetting about that. I just went numb to like the entire trilogy during Miggy's thing about it.
This much of her ass is hanging out of her skirt, he walks over and slaps her.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, typical 2000s humor. Got it.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable to watch. It made me recoil. It was so, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about this movie. I just am getting flashbacks.
God awful. And listen, I understand there are going to be some movies where our female protagonist isn't going to be the badass female lead.
Yeah.
However, she was whiny. She did not do anything for herself. She didn't take any accountability. Like, her and Lee make rules. They've had friendship rules since they were kids. And
I forgot about that.
One of the rules is family members are off limits, and so they're dating in secret because they don't want Lee to find out until Elle can find a way to tell him. And first of all, like, she takes no accountability. She's over here crying as her friendship is ending. You chose not to tell him. This is on you. Also, the whole relationship just felt off and rushed because, yes, we know that Elle has had a crush on Noah since they were kids, but Noah has shown absolutely zero interest in her up until the point of the kissing booth, and they kissed for like 30 seconds?
Yeah, it was very
he's in love with her? What do you mean? It makes no sense. I didn't like it. I hated it. It was god awful.
Oh! One other thing I wanted to mention, I think it is this movie. There was this one moment where, like, they're in the beach, and I think she's getting ogled at. I don't remember what it was, or, like, why they're leaving, but they go to the car, and Noah's really frustrated, and they're, like, I think she's trying to talk to him, but, like, in his rage or his frustration, he, like, slaps the top of the car, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like... And she's like, the character Elle is so clearly like startled and scared, and I'm like, how is this like supposed to be like something that like a couple goes through? Or I'm like, wouldn't that be like a negative like a red flag for you, Elle? Like, this character doesn't handle his emotions well, which I think throughout the movie he like struggles with like opening up, or like at least like typical toxic masculinity. I don't remember again, but that moment just jumped at me too, where it's like, oh, like this guy is just being very, very violent, and around this character who he swears to protect and love, and he makes her feel unsafe.
Yeah, it's.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're at the beach, and she's getting hit on by some guy because at the first party that they went to, she got so drunk and she ended up stripping down to her underwear. And so the guy
I forgot about that.
Let's go down to the water and skinny dip like you said you were going to at the party. And she's saying no. And so Noah comes in and he's like, she said no, let her go. And Elle won't let Noah fight this guy. And that's all Noah likes to do. Like, he's known to get into fights. So Elle's saying, you're not allowed to fight him. We are leaving, or I'm going without you. And that's why he's so upset and so angry.
Because you didn't fight a motherfucker? Just play hockey. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
This is painful to hear. I've started going numb to this trilogy, and I've never even seen it. I didn't get to watch this one.
It's ridiculous. The relationship makes no sense. I didn't want to root for it at all.
Twilight's about a love story, the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was kidding.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
No,
Holy shit. Wait, I was kidding.
No,
you fucked up bad if Twilight is better. Oh, God. Holy shit.
At least the main characters, oh my God, I'm blinking. Belle,
yeah.
Oh my, Edward. At least, like, I could see the chemistry, because, like, and, like, they did have tender moments from what I remember. These two, like, oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking.
90% of their relationship that we saw was literally just them having sex.
Oh, yep. That's true.
That's all it was.
Cinema. Just cinema, I guess.
Mind you, before the kissing booth, she hadn't even had her first kiss yet. He was her first kiss at a fucking kissing booth.
Oh, God.
I'm just still thinking about the scene at the end of the second movie where it's like, not yet.
Well, unless there's anything else to add, speaking of number 2, let's move on to your second worst, Miggy.
Okay, well, this one's a coin flip. I don't know if I dislike Disaster Movie or Peter Pan more.
Oh, okay. What's number 2?
I'm gonna say Peter Pan.
Okay.
Just because even though I think that movie is my main problem with it to begin with is that it's fucking racist. Right?
Oh yeah, like, that's like the biggest. As soon as we saw your list, we looked and we're like, I think we know why. And when like, I don't think there's any argument here with that. It's so fucking rast. Like it's such a racist film for like the fucking Native American scene. And book, yes, and book. Thank you.
It was in the book too.
Yep. They
Oh
wouldn't have
my
included
god.
that scene in the movie if it was not in the book.
Yeah,
They should have just removed it.
I was gonna say this is a time for a lot of movies where if they did a book or other source material, they stuck very strictly to it. They didn't take liberties like Ready Player One did. It was, you know, if they were gonna be bad, it was gonna be their own liberties or their own source material. So, go ahead,
Yeah.
Miggy, give us a coin flip because it seems like
Yeah.
there's more than just the racism, obviously.
Well, that was the biggest part. There were a few
Yeah.
other moments in that movie where I disliked, but I think at the end of the day, I think I enjoyed Peter Pan more than the disaster movie. So we're gonna go with Peter Pan more because
Yeah.
I think just off my own recollection, Peter Pan was fine up until they even went to Neverland. Like I think the whole story of like, well, actually, well, I think the whole like them going to Neverland and these kids going, um, yeah, like the whole adventure. Like if you were to crop out the Neverland scene, I think it would be just okay. Like okay,
Yeah.
well, let me rephrase that. If they took out the whole meeting with the Native Americans out, and it was just like I don't know, like a princess, like they had to save in like your stereotypical like fantasy. Like if it was like if they if you put in Cinderella in the middle of that movie instead of the Native Americans where they're just trying to save Cinderella or something, except instead of Tiger Lily, like I think it would have been much more enjoyable. And I think as a whole, like I'd enjoy it a lot because I did like the beginning and somewhat at the end. I like the message of like oh, like if always like can like would you say that like keep your inner child alive
Yeah.
no matter what? Yeah, like I like the message, and there were scenes that I really enjoyed. Like I will say like the scene where they put the puppy out made me like really sad because like no, put the puppy inside. I think it was snowing at the time, or I might be misremembering it for another movie. But yeah, the main reason I fucking hate Peter Pan is just because when me and Bogo watched it, because we were going through like a whole marathon of like these Disney movies, like old Disney movies. Like we had seen Snow White, which we were like, okay, it's kind of mid.
Ugh.
Cinderella, pretty good. Um,
Ugh.
uh, I gave that a 4 out of 10 on my list. I was
That's being
about to put that movie
generous.
there.
That's a snooze fest. Fuck, if
Yeah,
it
that
wasn't for
movie
the
almost.
fact it was revolutionary, that'd be one of my top 5 worst movies.
Holy shit! Yeah, and the fact that like the villain kind of kills herself, like she defeats herself at the end
Pretty much.
instead of like yeah. But I thought this was worse just because it is very regressive and very fucking sexist. They
Oh, for
say
sure.
slurs out left and right. They sing songs that play to stereotypes of Native Americans.
Yeah.
They do the whole propaganda thing where they like make all the men ugly, but the women like pretty as to
And a
objectify
different
them and make
skin,
them.
anyways, yes.
Yes, that too. She's a different skin color, much lighter than the rest of the Native Americans. The one thing that stuck out to me the most is that this little fucking kid in I think it was his name was John, the guy with the glasses and the top hat.
Yeah.
I won't say the slur, but he's like, "Let's go get that."
Oh, I know what
Please.
you're talking. Yep. I
Yeah,
remember
and I'm
now.
like, "What the fuck did he just say?" This is a little kid like spouting out racial slurs, and
Love
then
that
it
for the
just evolved.
50s.
Yeah, and and at that moment me and Moko just turned to each other and just looked at each other in horror, just like, what the absolute fuck are we watching? And it's oh my gosh. Obviously I think how do I phrase this? This movie has a bigger problem than the rest, but it's just one problem, right? Whereas like
Yeah.
Kissing Booth and Spy Kids 4 have multiple problems with it, but they're not as problematic or as offensive as Peter Pan, which is why I ranked it up so high. But that is really all I gotta say about Peter Pan. It's
Yeah,
racist. Don't watch it.
I feel like that's the easiest one for this. I mean, even if you take the
Yeah.
racism out, this is my piece on it. It's the most mid movie for Disney of all time. It's so mediocre. Like, at least I think so. The most enjoyment I get out of Peter Pan is putting Peter Pan in this place in Birth by Sleep. That's an actual text box, by the way.
Yeah.
That's an actual text box. You're just beating the shit out of this guy. It's so mid. And even out of the classic ones, like beyond Snow White, it's so mid.
Mhm.
Like, I don't care for much. Hook's a good villain. The
I
animation,
like Hook.
yeah, Hook's good. the animation kind of sucks in comparison to like the other Disney movies of that time. And also, quite frankly, I can't look at Peter Pan after what they did to the actor. And then
what?
No.
What? Wait. What happened?
Oh, I thought you meant.
What do you mean?
Never mind. I thought you meant. Thought you were talking about Chip and Dale.
No,
That's why I was laughing.
The way they fucked up that's based on that. The way that I mean Chip and Dale too. What they did to the actor, and then they tried to pass it off as a plot point in Chip and Dale Rescue Ring. The movie.
Know that was based on a real thing.
That's real.
That's why I.
That's actually real.
I apologize for giggling.
That's real. All of it's real. Like it's.
Wait, I'm out of the loop. You might have to explain it to me.
I'll have to. There's a lot of points I'm missing, but basically, I gotta fucking look at it. But like, this actor basically was harassed and like was blacklisted and everything, and like.
Didn't know that.
You know, it's a whole fucking thing. It's a whole thing. I'm missing a lot of plot points. I don't want to go into it too much without all the details, but they made it a plot point in the newest Chip and Dale. Like, what you thought was like a joke, it's a real thing.
Oh, I don't
They
like
based
that.
it, and that's why I hate that Chip and Dale movie more than like everything else they did wrong. The main plot of it was so disrespectful to the actor.
I don't like that.
Like, it's so for Peter Pan, it's so fucking bad. Like, I there's so many details that I don't want to misconstrue because it's such a heavy topic, so I'm not going to go into the biggest thing about it, but it was bad. It's bad. I got to see if I could find it and send you guys the stuff afterwards, but I remember sitting there and going, wow, anything I had that could have been good about this movie, I don't want to say it anymore because this was abysmal. Like, I think it actually did lead to part of, like, the actor's downfall, like, genuinely. Like, I think they died.
Oh, that's
so.
Are we talking about Peter Pan's voice actor?
Pretty sure, yes.
Okay, because this is the first. Also, that Chip and Dale movie, I vaguely remember.
Yeah, where they blended 2D
like
and 3D live action.
Yeah. Which you might have to like tell me a little bit more about that because all I know is it exists.
I wish it didn't. I really, really wish it didn't. It's such a bad movie to begin with, but like, it's not that good. It's not even good to begin with. It's literally the most okay thing for a good while, and then it falters so fast. And then making the villain Peter Pan does not help at all. That does not help at all. It was not a good thing to do, honestly. But I digress, of course. Other than that, I don't care much for Peter Pan. Like, I really, really don't. It's okay. It's okay. It's lame in some regards. Hook is like the only big saving point for me that sticks out. But what about you, honey?
Okay. I obviously have a soft spot for the world of Peter Pan. My whole channel is called The Neverland Reader. That has more to do with loving the world and Tinkerbell being one of my favorite Disney characters of all time than it is the story of Peter Pan. I totally 100%, a million percent agree. This story is racist as fuck. There's literally no need for that Native American scene to exist whatsoever, even in the book, which it exists in the book, which is why it's in the movie. I don't remember if it is in the live action version of Peter Pan.
The newest one?
No, the one with Jeremy Sumter.
Hook. I think.
No, that was Robin Williams. It's another one.
Yes.
But I remember loving that version.
I remember one of my friends, Royal, she introduced me to that movie, and I remember. Okay, I have a funny story about that movie. I remember. Well, it's not really funny, but it's okay. So, I was off medication at this time, and I remember in that movie, I was watching and I saw the scene with the dog being put in the snow. I think, is that just in that movie or is that in all iterations?
No, I think it's just in that one. I think I've only seen the two, so I can't really tell you, but it's not in the animated version.
Okay, so I remember seeing that scene and I was sobbing. I started sobbing for the dog, so I didn't watch it. Yeah. And I told Ro, like, hey, I can't do this. I'm off my medication, and I saw a poor dog get put in the snow. I can't watch this.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's in the live action version.
Yeah. Really quick as well, speaking, I do want to talk about that. Bobby Driscoll's his name, the actor from Hollywood.
Yes.
So, he was dismissed from Disney because he was getting older. His voice was getting deeper.
Okay.
And he got fired immediately. And he had to struggle to fit into a public school, and he was made fun of exponentially. He never had a support system. Peter Pan essentially, and his contract with Disney doomed him because he then got fired for getting older, ironically enough, and his voice getting deeper, and then he proceeded to, unfortunately, with nowhere to turn, go to drugs and alcohol, which then led to his death at 31. And that does, in a way, become a huge plot point for Peter Pan in the Chip and Dale movie, now that the pieces are there for you, honey. And why I hate that movie, especially, because that movie genuinely disrespected Bobby Driscoll. Even if they didn't mean to, which, let's be honest, it's Disney, they know they did. Peter Pan got older, he could never find a role afterwards, and he's the villain of that movie because he's, like, pissed off about it all.
Why was he ridiculed for being Peter Pan? Or was it being Peter Pan? Or
he was in a school for acting, you know? So the issue with this is that, again, we're looking at the 50s here. We're looking at the 50s. Right. So unfortunately, you know, he was also the voice of this kid in tights. I feel like, even though I didn't see a lot of, like, the actual spectacular bullying he went through, like, genuinely, like, the spectacle of it all, you could probably connect the dots. This guy's in Peter Pan. This guy got fired from Disney for getting older. He was in a school of acting, so he could never get an acting role afterwards, so all of his talents are basically gone. You can probably connect the dots on many reasons why he was probably ridiculed.
Poor guy.
It's a lot, and that's kind of like why I hate this movie, and because it shows the darker side of Walt Disney as a person that people like to overlook because, ha-ha, cute movie. And you can't avoid it anymore because, ha-ha, company supports Israel now. So, great job, Disney. You're doing a great job ruining everything.
Yeah.
So, that's my side of it. Other than that, taking that aside, it's just a mid-movie. It's a mid-movie for me. I don't remember much for it. I would rather watch Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I love Sleeping Beauty, actually. Maleficent? Underrated as fuck, and she gets a lot of hype. I still think she's underrated. From that time era, you're looking at Fantasia, fucking Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella. I'm never gonna talk about Snow White. But all those movies have great animation. This, I feel like the budget wasn't there. And I hate to say it, but it just felt like the heart wasn't there. And I not compared to the other movies, at least. It's an okay movie, but because it's a direct rip from the book, it's an okay source in general. Even taking out the racism, obviously, again, I just don't have a connection to this. I find it underlyingly creepy at times, I feel like. And the racism doesn't help at all, obviously. But the only saving point for me for this movie is how great Captain Hook is and how iconic that version of Hook is, to the point we're getting these semi-spins on him in other Peter Pan movies. Mm-hmm. So that's all I gotta say about Peter Pan.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't fully think it's a mid-movie. I think, obviously, the racism is the biggest thing. Like you said, it's the very main point that you don't like it. And, like, it's one point, but it's a huge point.
Yeah.
I just have such a soft spot for the story and the idea behind it. But even now, like, grown up now, watching this movie again, it is very, very, very problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't add anything else. That's the easiest thing. That's the easiest thing about it. Like,
there isn't much more that I can say about that.
It's, like, good for fans of Peter Pan, I guess. Enjoy a problematic movie. Have fun with it.
But I think that also goes to show that you can enjoy problematic things, but you can't say that they're not problematic.
It's the thing that, like, one of my community members posted about when they were reading the older comics. Like, you know, they have disclaimers now for that type of thing. Mm-hmm. You know, this is not an accurate depiction now. Like, I feel like, because like early comics like Spider-Man, Daredevil, all that stuff, and I guess Peter Pan for any film historians and Disney historians out there, they are integral to the watch of the importance of the history of the company. But I think it's a thing where like you can't shy away from talking about these problematic things or acknowledging this. Like, sure, enjoy the other parts of the movie, but understand this problematic part is never going to go away. Like, it's going to stick with you forever. And I think that's what you're going on about too, honey, where it's like, yeah, like it's a fine movie otherwise for you, but you're like with Miggy where this problematic thing holds it so much back from you from rewatching and compared to another movie. You know what I mean? So that's the easiest degree.
And you have Beauty and the Beast, which is the best Disney movie ever. But
okay,
we're not talking about good movies.
Hold your fucking horses, okay? Beauty and the Beast.
What's the best Disney movie?
This bitch said Beauty and the Beast. When Hunchback of Notre Dame is right fucking there.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's right fucking there.
Yeah, but it's not Beauty and the Beast.
It's you're right, it's better. You're right, it's better. You're right.
Anyway, let's move on to Miggy's worst movie.
That was the easiest agree for all of us out of these 5, I feel like. I mean, these have all been pretty easy agrees, but Peter Pan was the one where we like, yeah, no. So
because there's no trying to justify.
Oh God, no! It's problematic.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely not.
Very, very problematic.
Absolutely. So,
okay.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
This movie. I don't remember as much as the rest, right? But I do remember very vividly. Holy shit, this movie is garbage. Disaster movie is like it's been years since I've seen this one. This is the one movie I was like, I gotta rewatch before I watch with you two or discuss it with you two. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, but I was able to watch like a few scenes. And I'm like, oh my god, this movie fucking makes me oh my god, it's so painful. So this, if I remember correctly, this movie's just like, as the name implies, it's a disaster movie where it's like, oh my god, there's like a tornado come. It's like it's like the genre of like Sharknado or like, oh fuck, what's that one movie? This is one movie where like a meteor's coming and everybody's trying to save the Earth.
Armageddon.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like those kind of movies where it's like, but it's like a parody. It has a shit ton of cameos. For me, this is like if you took what's that movie we would just talk Ready Player One. If you took that, replaced it with pop culture of the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
But you did it in such a disrespectful and I don't say vile, but that's the like icky way that it's just like for the sake of like a punchline. That's basically what this movie is. Like I remember very vividly, and this scene scared the shit out of me when I was younger because I unfortunately had to watch this when I was like a kid. Is the scene where they're in a warehouse, I think, and they find the chipmunks and they're rabid.
I remember that scene so well.
Oh my god! They like I don't remember exactly how, but I guess because they're crazy, they like kill and devour one of the main characters, and just like they just look so like unsettling and disturbing that it just made me like I just got so scared as a kid, and I was like left. I didn't want to watch it anymore. But I just remember like seeing all these like characters or like these like references, like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, My Super Duper Sweet 16, I think was what it's called. The Hulk, like it was just like all these iconic. Yeah. And it's just like it feels
that made me laugh during that movie.
That's the one part I don't remember, unfortunately. This is the one movie out of the 5 I need to rewatch. And the reason I put it so high up is just because I remember having a very visceral reaction just remembering it exists. And I think it has a lot of problematic stuff with like stereotypes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So that's why this is number 1 for me, because it speaks volumes when like there's movies like Peter Pan and Ready Player One and even something like, God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but even like something like Human Centipede 2, where I would be like, I could be convinced to rewatch it. This movie, I have no desire to ever rewatch it.
Yeah. I mean, Peter Pan, again, you take the big picture of racism out, and that's just an okay movie. This is just bad throughout. And
at least with Peter Pan. At least with Peter Pan, you can have a discussion about the racism and analyze, like, this is shit that happened in the 50s.
Right, exactly. And, like, it's acknowledged as problematic and not an accurate depiction because it was the times, you know? It's not excusing the times, but it's saying, this happened, consume at your own risk type of thing.
Right.
I remember this, and I had to look up the movie again to make sure. I forgot Amy Winehouse was parodying in this.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Yeah.
3 years before her death. Because she died in 2011, I'm pretty sure. That's the opening scene. Amy Winehouse predicting the world will end while drinking, gasoline, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's gasoline.
What a parody indeed. Can I... Miggy, do you have anything else to say, bestie, before I start?
Honestly, I want both of you to take this one because, like, again, this is one that I unfortunately have not been able to rewatch before.
Yeah.
Which... The only reason I would ever watch it is just to be able to talk to you all about it. But like, I just remember so viscerally hating and being so disgusted with this movie that like even like years or a decade really later, I'm like, this movie is garbage and is at the bottom.
Okay, well, I'm going to destroy this movie in one sentence and I'm not going to say anything else afterwards. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Benson. This movie is like if Mad TV was garbage time.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's a good way of putting it.
That's all I'm gonna say on that as my cat climbs the cat tree and scared us.
Yeah, I don't know what he just
Go ahead, honey. You talk about the movie. I don't want to say anything more. That's all I need to say.
This is a movie that takes a crack at the parody genre, which is one of our themes on the wheel that we will get to eventually. But this does it in a bad way. Like, there are so many parody movies, like, in this whole genre that I've loved, that I have laughed at. Like I said, the only scene that I laughed at, and it was because it just came, like, as such a surprise, was the Kung Fu Panda scene. Because I was not expecting Kung Fu Panda to come out of nowhere. Everything else, the jokes felt too forced, and I think that was my main issue with it. Like, I can get behind a good parody movie.
Spaceballs.
I still haven't watched that one. But, like, I remember liking, I know not everybody did, but I remember liking, like, Vampires Suck.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a deep cut.
Or, like, Scary Movie. I love the Scary Movie movies.
Scary Movies, yeah, that's a movie.
This one, I don't think really hit the jokes. They just didn't land like they were supposed to. They felt too forced and just it just felt like they were trying to put too much, and it was like a pop culture grab.
There it is.
More than it was a funny parody movie.
Yeah. No, that's too much in too little time.
Yeah. Which we all know how I feel about that. Spider-Man 3.
Hey!
What? Are you just in Spider-Man 3?
I compare every single movie that is trying to do too much in too little of a time to Spider-Man 3 because not that I think it was the worst movie ever, but it's one of those movies that I don't really love because it tried to do too much and too little.
Well, blame the company because Venom wasn't even going to be in the damn fucking film. It was just going to be Sandman.
I do blame the company, and unfortunately, it suffered. Like, the movie suffered.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Sure.
Not the movie we're talking about today, but it's a good movie. Sure. And I'm going to put some dirt in your eye.
What else is new?
And if you want forgiveness, get religion.
Oh my goodness.
I could quote that movie all day.
I know.
Back to this movie, though. This disaster of a disaster movie.
Benson's like, they love me.
They love... No, that's what my wife says when I say I love her. They love me.
Yeah.
Get it? Because I'm not binary? Okay, I'm good.
Stupid ass.
I'm so good. Okay, back to this movie. Go ahead, honey. Anything else?
I don't have anything else to say. I don't think there is anything to say.
There's nothing good at all.
There's no.
Also, it's so cheap. It's so cheap. Like, I know it's a parody film and it's supposed to make fun of, like, the actual source material, but the costumes and everything are so fucking cheap even for a parody film. It's insulting to parodies in general.
Yeah.
Which is funny, Because I think we got the epic movie after this.
Oh, no.
That's right. The epic movie exists, too.
Which I think is actually another friend's... I think it's on another friend's list.
Oh, well, Miggy and our other friend Ben shared the disaster movie.
Yes.
That was a
so
shared
Really?
movie.
We will be talking about the disaster movie again with Ben. But...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, but this won't be the last time we hear of the Chipmunks.
Oh, my gosh.
But I remember the trailers. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of Chipmunks, I actually remember something that's like kind of like in Meg's, like how she feels about Peter Pan. Peter Pan, there's a movie called The Chipmunks Adventure, which is it's a movie I fucking loved as a kid.
Was that the animated one where they go around the world?
Yes, yeah.
I know that one.
That movie is so fucking cool, and I like the story, but I can't like, in all good and faith, like recommend it or show it to people because it's also so fucking racist. Holy shit! They make fun of oh my god, I don't want to. They make fun of
I forget the exact tribe, but it's like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just so racist to multiple kinds of people. Oh my god.
I know the movie he's talking about. That's like an 80s Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. Yeah, it's good-ish.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun until you get to the point where the Chipettes go to Egypt. I think they say it's Egypt.
Oh no. Yeah.
And you meet the Egyptians. And then the Chipmunks go to, I don't remember exactly where what part of the world they're in, but they're like clearly like in
I'd say Pacific West.
Pacific Islander.
Yeah, Pacific Islander. Thank you. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, either Pacific Islanders or an uncontacted tribe.
Yeah.
And it's just so fucking stereotype to hell. There's also the fact that like the Chipettes are low-key sexualized in that movie. It's fucking disturbing.
Yeah. I remember the scene where they're doing the whole Kings of Rock and they're like doing their rock off in Greece, and it's this really visually cool thing. But then I also remember looking at the comments being like, damn, and I look and I go, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh no, they sexualize the chipmunks that are also kids. It's a double sexualization of uncomfortableness. I'm done. See you later.
Man, that's my honorable mention. That movie's my honorable mention of the top 5.
Yeah.
But I'm also referring to the part in Egypt where they like do a dance for the snakes.
Yep.
To escape.
They sure do. They dance all right. They sure dance.
Yeah.
So, but if this was not disaster movie was not the only disaster representation of the chipmunks. You look so excited.
Unfortunately, what is up with the chipmunks that like makes them so like
easy to destroy? I don't know. But
yeah.
They had a 2000s animated cartoon TV show. I remember.
They did.
And Nickelodeon. I remember that show.
What was up with that show? I only vaguely remember it.
I don't remember, honestly. I think this is the point where I started venturing to Cartoon Network more than ever, because I watched all 3 as a kid. I think that was the time I was adventuring to Cartoon Network more so, because I had a regular show, Adventure Time, Gumball, that shit that I used to watch. So, who am I kidding? Still watch. So, yeah, that was it for me. But, again, unless there's anything else with the disaster movie, I think we've reached the end of the top 5.
I think we have.
Wow. Okay. Any final thoughts on this, Miggy, before we do the ranking?
Yeah, I mean, like, well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. I'm having a great time discussing movies, and I wish we had all the time in the world.
This is the longest episode with a guest, and I love it. So.
Connor's gonna be mad.
I don't mean to give you much more work.
No, this isn't gonna be work at all. We're not gonna cut anything out. This is gold.
Not much that we
usually cut out awkward silences or pauses where we have to cough or something. There's nothing here. This is the smoothest. Eat your heart out, Connor.
Hell yeah. I love it. I love yapping.
Yeah, Connor's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be like, Mickey, what the fuck? And I'm gonna be like, hey, look at you. You're on for 2 episodes, and not once did we trash The Last Jedi. Eat my ass.
The Last Jedi, at least, is like
that's Connor's worst movie.
Like, I don't blame him, or I don't think he's in the wrong. I just can't see that as the worst movie, having seen so many horrible movies. Like that movie, that movie in context is bad, but out of context, it would be a mid movie, and
Absolutely.
like you can trash on it. Also, how can we disrespect? How can we say that's the worst movie of all time when the fucking titty scene in that exists?
Thank you. Alien titty milk scene. Exactly. Thank you. Finally, civilized person joins the chat. I am so happy someone sees the vision here. Anyways, any last thoughts before we reveal where your 5 movies are in the ranking for Better Benson Meg's ranking of films she's seen so far? Any last thoughts on these films?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was gonna say, like, are you gonna rank all of the movies you've seen with your guests?
Yep. We actually
have
are.
Okay.
We have an ongoing list.
So any last thoughts before we get to the list and wrap this episode up?
I do. Well, I do want to apologize because the more we got into the end of the list, the more I had less to say. Just because I feel like, on one hand, it was intentional. I mean, like, there's not much you can say about Disaster Movie or like Peter Pan when you can just sum it up in like a few. Whereas
I was
the
gonna
other ones
say
I put more
those are
feet
so.
into.
I was gonna say those are so easy. Don't apologize,
Yeah,
dude.
no,
I'm
don't
gonna stop your mid apology, sir. You don't have to apologize. All right. This is a great show to have your thoughts on, big and small, somewhere in between. So don't you worry
Thank
about
you.
that, dude. We wouldn't invite you on if we were worried about any length of thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm very eternally grateful for that, and I hope that we could yap more about movies.
We certainly
I had a
will.
great time,
Always
and
about movies.
but thank you. I had a great time discussing about more movies, and I hope that you get to watch more movies together.
Oh, for sure. There's gonna be plenty of movies. Now, with that being said, let's find out where your movies rank on the shit-o-meter, as I'll call it. Go ahead, honey.
Okay.
I think Ready Player One is going lower on the worst movies list. Like, I don't think it's worse than Christmas with the Cranks, but I don't think it's better than Kangaroo Jack.
Okay.
Whoa, who said Kangaroo Jack?
Connor.
What? Really?
We said the same thing.
What? Wait, I remember thinking that movie was funny when I first saw it. Why did he dislike that movie?
Oh, he hated it. You all should go see by watching his episode. Anyways, he didn't like it because it was like a really bad mob movie and a poor excuse of a kids movie. Yeah. I thought it was trippy and funny as shit. But okay, so Ready Player One. What's next?
I think Peter Pan is going in between 8 Crazy Nights and Jack and Jill.
Yeah,
because it seems to be that little block of offensiveness.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's as offensive as 8 Crazy Nights. 8 Crazy Nights is very, very racist.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Rob Schneider voices an Asian character, so do with that as you will.
Oh, no.
Do with that as you will. Yeah.
Disaster Movie was bad, but I don't think it was as boring as Winnie the Pooh.
So you're putting it...
Wait, Winnie the Pooh? Which movie?
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh, okay.
So you're putting it
gotcha.
Between Last Airbender and Winnie the Pooh, or
actually no, Exorcist 2 and Winnie.
Exorcist 2 and Winnie the Pooh. Right.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. The next, so we got
the Kissing Booth is where it's gonna get interesting.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Kissing Booth. I don't think it's as bad as The Last Airbender.
So it's going up between Winnie the Pooh and Airbender. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At least it's like, I think it's like a love to hate movie, right? Like I'd watch it again, but only to hate watch it.
That's valid.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. All right.
And then, hey, wait, Ready Player One, Peter Pan, Disaster Movie, Kissing Booth.
You're missing.
Spy Kids 4.
What am I missing?
Yeah. Spy Kids 4.
Spy Kids 4.
Spy Kids 4.
You already
God,
forgot it.
So
yep, there we go.
Yeah, no, I think that might be like one step over Kissing Booth.
Yeah.
Like, it's worse than Kissing Booth, but not as bad as Last Airbender.
Oh, you should have been there for Last Airbender.
It doesn't ruin the franchise like The Last Airbender did.
Oh, you should have been there.
Fair.
For those that don't know, Miggy and Moga are also big Last Airbender fans, and I don't know if you two have seen this movie, but Meg wanted to turn it off after 5 minutes.
Okay, I gotta be honest with the Last Airbender. I think it's a garbage movie because it's disrespectful to Avatar: Last Airbender. But I can't help but laugh at it. I think some scenes of it are just so funny, and in particular, it's the scene where Zuko is like trying to find Aang. I think it's in the water. in the Northern Water Tribe.
I think it's is it the oh wait, the Southern Water Tribe, or is it the North? What were we gonna say?
It's the one where he's like Angus hiding behind him and he's like moving.
Oh yes!
It's the same.
That was the North. That was beautiful. Okay, honey, give us your complete list.
All right, so
it's from least to worst.
From least to worst, we have Cat in the Hat, Kangaroo Jack, Ready Player One, Christmas with the Cranks, Baby Geniuses, Jack and Jill, Peter Pan, 8 Crazy Nights, Problem Child, Craven, Sharknado, Exorcist 2, Distasteful Movie, Disaster Movie is what I meant to write, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Kissing Booth, Spy Kids 4, The Last Airbender, Food Fight, Birdemic, and From Hell It Came.
So right now, I'm still in the lead with the worst overall group of movies.
I think so.
Hell fucking yes!
Yeah! I was gonna mention Food Fight, but I was like, no, Benson already probably showed that to me.
I sure fucking did, bestie. So
what is
definitely made me regret this podcast, though.
So how would you, rank the special guest from least to worst. Where does it go?
I think Connor's weren't that bad. Like his weren't awful. I didn't want to murder myself. But see, I think you and Miggy are tied right now.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think you and Miggy are tied because Birdemic, that was something.
That was.
But the Kissing Booth really made me want to quit this podcast.
I'm so glad I brought that movie up.
Yeah, I'm not.
Your pain is our gain. That's why I'm a good co-host and Miggy's a great special guest.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
So
I want to mention real quick.
Yeah.
From Hell. What was it from Hell?
From Hell It Came.
That was Connor's worst movie.
Yes.
You guys. Oh, so this is your number one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I gotta watch this now.
Oh, you need to.
It's so boring.
You're gonna find it for free if you have Tubi and still feel like you got ripped off.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to say, honey?
Nope. Thank you for hanging out with us, Miggy, and thanks for giving us your worst movies of all time. Although I don't know if I can really say thank you for that.
Thank you for having me here, and also for just letting me yap about movies.
Oh fuck
so,
yeah! This is my favorite special guest episode so far. This is
well,
I love Connor to death, but like I love Connor to death. I'm not gonna officially rank them, but like I mean Miggy and I are like film bros. Like Connor's a film bro too, but like Miggy went to school for this shit, so it's nice to have like official slang in the podcast instead of you looking at me going, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So, Miggy, plug yourself one more time before we press stop recording and head off for the night.
Of course. I am Miggy or Zephyraphim on socials, Twitch, Twitter, and any others. I am a VTuber variety streamer that streams a lot of platformers, collectathons, retro games from the 90s and 2000s.
He sure does.
And yeah, I just have a great time laughing and joking about games that I've either played before or just wish I did. And I'm so happy to be able to share my passion of retro games with all of y'all.
It's a good thing he has a passion for retro games, because his passion for the Jonas Brothers was not evident in one stream. Is he? I can't.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you cut out? There was silence on your end for a second.
Yeah, I did cut out. I was laughing.
So if you go by Miggy's stream, I just want you to go ahead and ask him, hey, what'd you think about the Jonas Brothers? And tell them Benson and Meg from the Catch-Up Corner sent you.
Oh! You're referring to when I was like, what did I say? Joe Jonas? I was joking about Joe Jonas?
Yeah,
is that it?
You said something about the band. You're like, oh, they're brothers? They're related? Or something like that?
How are you gonna...
Or make sure to ask Miggy how you get salmonella. Because obviously it's from salmon.
You can't get it. You can only get it from eating salmon.
Yeah.
Cinema. That's all I can describe it as, cinema. So before we stop pressing record, honey, why don't you tell the people one last time, what's our next special guest?
We haven't decided yet.
Yeah, we're still figuring out the ordering. It's hard with schedules. One friend is celebrating their birthday. Another friend's another hard one to reach. One of them is Better Benson, Meg's cousin. Yeah. I keep saying Better Benson because Miggy's here because she's known as Better Benson in my community. But yeah, one of them is her cousin.
Yes.
And I got a lot of things to say about her worst movies.
It'll be either my cousin Heather, our friend Ben, or our friend Sam. We have not decided yet, but all I know is tomorrow is going to be a heavy movie watching day that I'm excited for.
And I will say, Heather, I'm going to point this out. Hey, Miggy.
Yes.
Guess what one of Heather's honorable mentions for worst is?
Oh, is it?
I'm gonna get her in trouble. The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
There is no fucking way the Lord of the Rings trilogy is one of the worst fucking movies on Heather's list.
And with that, we're gonna have a whole hate fest for this episode.
Oh boy. Okay, be nice.
Nope. Me and your cousin got beef now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us in the Ketchup Corner. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.